Welcome to our webinar. Today we'll be covering Zehnder HRV and ERV systems. My name is Brian Larkowski and I am the General Manager for H3. H3 is a division of the Hayward Lumber Company. We supply synergistic systems that optimize occupant comfort and health. Zehnder systems are at the heart of our fresh air strategy. In the past, buildings tended to leak quite a bit of air, likely somewhere north of about 10 ACH. Today's codes are primarily based upon energy efficiency, and tighter homes are part of the equation. Envelope systems have steadily evolved, and this has resulted in excellent air tightness levels, more on the order of 2 ACH or less. There are a number of advantages to a tight building. The primary advantage is the effect on thermal efficiency. Tight, well-insulated homes are more efficient. Other advantages include improved moisture management, and since sound travels on air, these buildings are also quieter. If there's one thing I've learned in all my years in construction, it's that when we focus on fixing one problem, we typically create another. It is a fact that pollutants tend to concentrate within interior spaces. Although improved air tightness has created more efficient homes, it's also had a detrimental effect on indoor air quality. The leaky homes of the past had one unintended outcome. They provided limited dilution of indoor pollutants. The tighter homes of today have created a serious lack of fresh air and higher concentrations of indoor toxins. It was initially thought that exhaust-only ventilation, such as a continuously running bath fan, could address the need for fresh air ventilation. But in a tight home, this has proven to be an exercise in futility. If the home is tight, where does the air come from? If you're running exhaust-only ventilation, you're creating a negative pressure environment which could pull unregulated moisture through vulnerable areas into interstitial spaces, through walls, roofs, and crawl spaces. If I asked you to wear a dust mask made of insulation from your walls, you wouldn't take me seriously. But in essence, this is what you're doing with exhaust-only ventilation. You are sucking the air through these materials into the breathing envelope. This air is not tempered either, so it's not supporting the goal of energy efficiency. Before we get into the HRV conversation, it's important that we distinguish between ventilation and conditioning. Traditional forced air systems do not provide ventilation. They essentially circulate the same pollutant-laden air in a loop. These systems provide thermal conditioning, but certainly not fresh air. If someone has a cold or a virus, the system could potentially spread it throughout the building. In the past, with leaky buildings, we got by with these systems, but with tighter, more efficient structures, we need to deliver a substantial source of fresh air. Heat recovery ventilators provide builders, architects, and homeowners a number of viable solutions. They deliver a balanced supply of fresh outside air 24/7 while recovering energy within the home. These systems typically filter the air as well, so particulates are greatly reduced. Zehnder HRV and ERV systems quietly provide fresh filtered air 24/7. The system balances exhaust and supply. It also includes sound attenuation components. Indoor pollutants are removed from the building consistently and replaced with fresh, filtered, tempered air. Although ventilation is continuous, in bathroom areas, a boost switch is available to elevate airflow for a designated period of time. Zehnder supplies some of the most efficient units in the market today. Three critical metrics for an HRV or ERV are watt draw, efficiency, and cubic feet per minute. Zehnder differentiates themselves in a number of ways. Although they provide some of the most efficient units in the market today, the main difference is that they provide an entire system and not just a unit. The product line encompasses a variety of units, sizes, and types. A delivery system that includes silencer boxes, tubing, clips, rings, registers, diffusers, multiple filter choices, digital controllers, a boost function for bathroom areas, options for CO2 monitors, and an automated heat exchanger bypass for free cooling on summer evenings when it is cooler outside than inside. H3 promotes systems that optimize occupant comfort and health. Zehnder is the only manufacturer that we know of that supplies a high quality, high-performance system of components that offers predictable and reproducible results. At some point, you really have to wonder how important fresh air really is. The T.H. Chan School at Harvard completed a recent study that measured cognitive function of employees in buildings with green technologies, including continuous fresh air. Participants took a variety of tests. On average, cognition levels in buildings with fresh air were about 26% greater than in traditional buildings. This has been an eye-opener for many in both residential and commercial circles. We have seen the interest in Zehnder systems steadily growing as more consumers become aware of the importance of good indoor air quality. Think about it. We spend over 70% of our time indoors. A major decision for parents might be which school to send their children to. But if the child's cognition within our homes is diminished by 26%, we may want to address that as well. This diagram shows how a typical Zehnder system functions. Fresh air is brought in, tempered, filtered, and supplied to spaces such as the living room, family room, and bedrooms. Stale, moist air is exhausted from kitchens, bathrooms, and laundry rooms. Before the air exits the home, the energy is conserved and transferred to the incoming stream of fresh air. Although each design is unique in its own way, the concepts are fairly easy to grasp. Doors must be undercut to allow for airflow, or passive vents may be installed so that areas communicate in a way that enhances the flow of air pursuant to the design. Zehnder uses a cross-counterflow to transfer energy from exhaust stream to supply stream without the streams ever mixing. Zehnder also helps to coordinate commissioning and provides devices to enhance the ability of the system to properly balance. These include diffusers with built-in flow control and insertable diffusers that can be used in conjunction with decorative grill plates to regulate flow as required. Zehnder units include a bypass feature which allows incoming air to bypass the heat exchanger when outside conditions are favorable, such as summer evenings when it's cooler outside than inside and cooling is desired. ERVs are becoming more popular as people begin to better understand the benefits they can provide. ERVs help maintain a comfortable and healthy home by reducing the temperature and humidity of fresh incoming air during the hot, humid summertime. This is an important energy-saving method. It's a healthier and more comfortable alternative to excessively running air conditioning to combat the high humidity. Zehnder offers a number of other options such as geothermal units, preheater units, and a ductless unit for small spot ventilation when ducting is not practical. There's even a system for obtaining designs and quotes. You can go to the Zehnder America portal and submit a quote request. You can upload plan docs and provide any pertinent notes, such as where would you like the units to be located, or supply and exhaust locations. The more information you provide, the more refined your design will be. The designs are accompanied with a quote for the parts required. The process typically takes about 1 week. These designs will show supply and exhaust locations denoted by red or blue and the associated cubic feet per minute suggested for these areas. Commissionings can also be requested via the portal, but please make sure systems are wired and connected prior to the agent being scheduled, as they are not contractors or installers. They are commissioning agents. They are there to program your controller, set up boost function, bypass settings, and balance flows pursuant to design requirements. A system must be properly installed to function pursuant to the design. We recommend installers reference Zehnder's installation manual, and groups can also request an installer training from H3 in most cases. We would rather spend the time in training before the install so that we are all happy at the end of the day, especially our end users. This slide shows the web addresses for both design and commissioning request portals. We'd like to thank you for taking the time today. Please feel free to reach out to David Green in regards to further questions or to inquire about installer training. We look forward to working with you.